Hello everyone, it's been a hot minute since we've chatted. A lot has taken place here at harvest season. I'm Lorianne and this is Stonehaven Shorts. If you're just popping by on YouTube and finding us, well, welcome. And keep in mind that we also have a Facebook presence, so you might want to check us out over there. I do quick daily things on there that they're not video worthy. Anyways, what have I been up to? Oh my goodness. You know, if it isn't processing, pickling, hot water bathing, doing the dishes, picking, peeling, cleaning, then I haven't been doing it in the last month. So really that's what I have been up to. We are entering the fall season and I would like to take you outside just to show you what the garden looks like. I'd like to say that, oh, look at that. Someone's waiting for me to go outside already. I'd like to say that it's not depressing. I have planted a lot of marigolds to try and offset that depressing feel. But let's pop out and see what end of season looks like here at Stonehaven. So we are heading into the very last of September, very last weekend of September actually. And I have tried to make it not so much of a big job by clearing my garden and doing it in bits and pieces, which I haven't been smart enough to do in the last couple of years. This is what the garden looks like. Oh my gosh, see if I'm not looking into the light so you can kind of see here. I still have cucumbers. Yeah, I have a cucumber patch there. We have had a couple of frosts, but today is a very unusual day. Today is about 23 above, which is crazy for this time of year. So chances are I will do a little bit more picking of these cucumbers, whether they'll turn into pickles or whether they'll just hit a luncheon salad is yet to be decided. As you can see, I have a nice selection of marigolds this year and I'm quite happy about that. So I've taken out the lettuce, I've taken out what have I taken out? Some potatoes. I've taken out some beets. I've taken out most of my onions because I'm going to try and take advantage of this warm weather to have them dried out and cured. Same thing with my potatoes. I was also gifted a bunch of potatoes from my neighbors. Thank you, neighbors. So I'm just hardening those off too because they had just done a quick pick. Let's talk tomatoes. Oh, this has been the bane of my existence this year. I have lovely, lovely, lovely tomatoes. As you can see, I planted a lot. Complete variety. We have beefsteak, we have zebra, we have Roma. I had a plethora of Tiny Tims in which I have already done 16 quarts of salsa. From just the Tiny Tims. I haven't made, and that specialty salsa, it's sort of like a sweet and smoky, sweet, spicy. I haven't made my standard salsa yet. And I want to make some tomato juice. So, because we have had some earlier frosts, my cucumbers are a little bit late, and I don't think I'm unique in having my tomatoes still on the vine, trying to ripen. I'm trying not to get as many green ones, although there's things you can do with green ones. But yeah, that's where we're sitting. So we're the end of September and they're still sitting on the vine. I am covering them when we do have a freeze warning. I'm not covering my cucumbers and I am covering my jalapeno peppers. Let's just back up here to my jalapeno peppers. I'm ready for advice if anybody has any. Look at them. They're wonderful jalapeno peppers, but I literally maybe have 4 and that's it. So it's a little hard for me to do salsa just on my own growth of the jalapenos. I have left carrots and I have left beets in the ground because we haven't had a hard frost yet, and I understand that they will taste better if I at least wait that long. The beans that were on the bean trellises, beans were done a while ago and I had lots. I'm not complaining, but I'm done with the beans. And so I've started to take them off the trellis. Now, what I've learned this year note to self is that if you do have them on some sort of a trellis, it's easier to take off while they're still a bit green on the stem, because they're a little more pliable and you can just unwrap them. Versus last year when I just let everything die right to the nth degree and then it was just crispy. I couldn't pull anything off with any kind of traction. It was just, bits and pieces constantly coming off, and it took a lot longer. I've even recorded a video. You see that little guy in it? Isn't it? Grrr, get out of my garden. You'll see in another video, I've harvested some of my herbs. Dill, lavender, chives, mint, oregano, loving it. Dehydrated some I let dry naturally. I've bundled them up and let them dry naturally because I am taking advantage of this weather again. And I plan on making some finishing salts out of that. So that'll be another video sometime soon. So that's what it looks like. I still have some beets. I have not made borscht yet this year. Isn't that crazy? I normally live on borscht for the summer, but I've been so busy with everything else. I do want to also touch base about my nasturtiums. They did wonderful in these boxes that Mr. Gregory made this year. Thank you. So I am actually going to harvest a few more of these leaves. These are edible and give quite a peppery taste, the leaves. The blossoms are edible and they're even more peppery. I've actually made egg bites, and if you follow us on TikTok, you might see that video. But I've made egg bites out of just using the leaves and putting it in a little egg mold and using it as the base. It's fantastic. But I can make a nasturtium salt too, which would be quite nice, and it gives that little peppery flavor. So I'm doing that. I have also planted, and I'm so glad they're starting to come, espresso gladiolas. I hope that you can get a good look at those babies. Aren't they pretty? Haven't totally bloomed yet. I'm very excited for that. Here's the other odd thing. What's with this morning glory? Well, first of all, I don't even remember planting it. I literally just moved the urns. I literally just moved the urn here from somewhere else, and this little viney thing started to come, and so I welcomed it, and there you have it. It's a morning glory, and it's bloomed quite nicely. More glads, more nasturtiums that I'm excited about. I pulled out my zucchini a while ago, and it was a total flop this year. I think it's where I planted it. Totally operator error. I'm not going to blame the zucchini or the seeds or what have you. But that's what things are looking like here at the end of September. There is still some work to be done. I hope to clear up a little bit more this weekend because I will have some time. And then when Mr. Gregory starts doing his fall prep, we can film that as well. So that's what's happening the end of September here at Stonehaven Shorts. And I hope that yours is shaping up to be a good harvest as well. We'll see you soon. Oh, hey, P.S. Spaghetti squash. I had a fantastic harvest of spaghetti squash. Planted, actually, I'll show you. I planted a whole raised bed, or 3/4 of the raised bed. All of that was spaghetti squash. I have about, I'd say between 15 and 20 quite substantial spaghetti squash, and we love spaghetti squash, so I'm good with that. But this is just a sampling. Holy caramba. Squash is quite it doesn't do well in frost. And because we had some indication that there was going to be frost, I was covering them, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pick them. My concern about picking them is when they don't ripen on the vine, they don't do as well. They love to ripen on the vine. So what I have been told, and I'm doing this here, is setting them outside in the sun to cure as best as I can. Now that's just, I have two crates of that. No, actually almost 3 crates that size. So I've been hauling them in and out, keeping them in the sun as best I can, and then we'll see if they ripen or not. What I'm told is that if you can make, with your fingernail, if you can make a cross or a picture of some sort on the skin because it's dented and soft enough, then they're ripe. They are not quite there yet. It's still quite firm. So I'm looking forward to when they are. But hey, if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below, or connect with me either on TikTok or on Facebook and let me know some secrets in regards to ripening spaghetti squash. Love a spaghetti squash. We'll do some dishes maybe this winter. We'll explore a few more.